Good morning. It's not December. It's January the 7th, and I'm here at Kramer Boulevard. I was just in the Stone's Throw coffee shop, and I'm going to walk downtown from here. I was meeting somebody here, somebody who has watched these videos, and is now here in town after off on the other side of the world from Bangladesh. So it was nice to talk to them. Um, so this little strip mall here on Kramer Boulevard is there's a liquor store here. I didn't know that. Is very close to the university. There's a McDonald's right over there, and the university is over there. Oops, over there. But we're not going that way. We're going this way. I think it'll be about an hour, and I don't know if the iPhone battery will last that long. We're going to find out. It's minus 17. When I walked around the lake on New Year's Day, it did not last all the way around the lake. After about 50 minutes, it conked out. I tried to have it fully charged this time, but I think it was fully charged that time too. So we will just have to see. We will see what we see. Careful. It's slippery on these roads, especially as you cross it. So we'll go up here to Hillsdale and then walk north, which will take us to the southeast corner of the lake. We walk around the end of the lake and then downtown. A lot of student housing along here. Well, not specifically student housing, but a lot of students tend to live here. It's been a while since I walked in this area. I have walked all through that area over there. Except for being minus 17, it's quite a lovely day. Some sunshine, a bit more cloud than there was earlier. It was perfectly blue sky earlier. It's supposed to shoot up to freezing tomorrow, so we'll see. Work-wise, publishing stuff. I've got books coming up that I'm publishing that are in the, getting those ready to go soon. The next one I'll be publishing is a collection of literary short fiction by David Carpenter, a Saskatchewan writer, called Hello. It's all edited and finalized in the interior, so now I'm just finalizing the cover. And it's going to be in hardback, which means a dust jacket, and so that's an extra layer of complexity compared to most of mine that I publish. But we want that for this one, so that's what I'm working on. I hope to get it to the printer this week. It's supposed to come out February 18th, is what I've settled on. And after that, there's another collection of short fiction by another Saskatchewan writer, Dwayne Brenna, called Theories of Everything. And then there's the fifth in the anthology series, Shapers of Worlds, featuring science fiction and fantasy by authors who are guests on my podcast. And that'll be out this spring as well. So those are the first three, but I've got a lot of editing to do to get ready for some after that. So it's like I was talking to somebody else, now that the holidays are over, suddenly, holy cow, I've got a lot to do. You've been kind of not doing it because it's the holidays. But unfortunately, holidays don't last forever. If I don't have wind in my face, I don't think I'll have to pull up my scarf over my mouth and nose, but we'll see. I've only just begun. I think there's a sidewalk on this side. I don't think there's one all the way down on the other side. We'll start by going this way. I think my shoelace is trying to come untied, but it's double tied, so I don't think it can completely come untied. Hope then to stop and tie it unless it becomes unbearably loose. So this is Hillsdale. I think that's what they call this. Yes, Hillsdale Street. That was Kramer Boulevard we just left. Now this used to be a United Church, is it not anymore? I used to rehearse in here with Regina Philharmonic Chorus. Now it says Montessori School of Regina, Hillsdale. Must not be a church anymore. Excuse me. It'll probably be less than an hour now that I see where I am exactly to downtown. It still has, church imagery on the side, but it's not a United Church anymore. I did not know. I don't know when that changed. This is a French immersion school over here, and also has a performance space that the Regina Jazz Club uses quite a bit. École Monseigneur de Laval, Pavillon Militaire. To be very specific. A little bit of hoarfrost to give it a... Hi, Kirk in Vancouver. To give it a bit of a festive air, although the festivities are over. Now it's the long, hard slog of January and February. But by February, you can really notice the days getting longer. And it's like you can see spring, the promise of spring off in the distance. This one is still a church. Good Shepherd Lutheran Church. I'm not entirely sure the sidewalk will continue for as long as I need to walk, so I may be forced to adjust my path here. I think the sidewalk ends here, nor is there one on the other side, because we're on the back side of people's houses. So I don't know if there's any sort of path I can keep following here. I'm not going to walk on the street. Oh, I guess this is still sidewalk. Yeah, this is still sidewalk. Okay, we're good. I thought this was the street. It's really hard to tell the difference here. Maybe it's not sidewalk. Maybe it is street. All the same. I can't tell if there's a curb there or not. And there are tire tracks on it, but I think that might be from the snowplow, so it's a sidewalk. You see, we're on the back side of people's houses, so Nobody's facing this way on this side or the other side. And on the other side, there definitely looked like there wasn't a sidewalk. I wasn't going to slog through heavy snow. Roberts Plaza there, that's an apartment building. Maybe condos, I don't know for sure. Probably condos. I don't know for sure. I have been in it. It's been a long time. Watched the fireworks from up there, from a friend's house at Canada Day once upon a time. Might even have been on the roof. Were we on the roof? I think we were. It's kind of a cool place to see them from. But Canada Day is a very long way away. We're about halfway between last Canada Day and this Canada Day. Perhaps it'll be a more cheerful Canada Day now that Trudeau has resigned, if you'll pardon one small political comment. Once we get to this intersection, we'll cross over to the other side. We're not exactly on the lake, but we're getting very close to the lake at that point. I could walk. That'll take me out of the way, though, so I definitely want to cross either right here at this, maybe I'll do that, cross at this crosswalk up here. Although, going to the light's probably safer, so maybe I'll go all the way down to the light. Roberts Plaza. Another church coming up on the right, an Alliance Church. So we cross Jubilee Avenue here. See it poking up over there. There's a SAS Power truck sitting on the sidewalk a little further up. So maybe I will cross here. There should be sidewalk on this side for sure. But you see, there was no sidewalk on this side. Ooh, pure ice on that street. Place for sale here in Wascana Estates if you happen to be looking. This will take us right by Roberts Plaza. There's the Alliance Church over there. Heritage Alliance Church. Never been in that one. My dentist's office used to be up across the street up here from that side. But there were some sort of problems with that building, and now it's been torn down. And now I have to go way out to the east side of town. On the other hand, that gives me an excuse to walk out there, so silver linings and all that. So what are we looking at? About 15 minutes to here? Yeah, about that. Should be less than an hour to downtown then. We were debating that when I was talking to my new friends. We weren't debating it, but he asked how long it would take, and I guessed an hour. It might be less. Yeah. There's nothing there now, but that's where my dentist's office was once upon a time. Lakeview Steakhouse is over there. I've been there a couple of times, but not recently. Actually, it's kind of where I met Dave Duncan, who is a Canadian author of science fiction and fantasy. And this last year, I actually published posthumously, because unfortunately he died in 2018, I think. Published sort of 2 of his remaining posthumous books. I should be able to get across in 16 seconds. Or 11, or 10, or 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I made it. Ah, nasty ice on that corner too. This is actually a tree farm over here. And of course the lake, it's just the other side of the next batch of trees. I'm certainly warm enough. I'm working up a sweat, in fact. No, too much information. Over here, in here is where they grow trees for the city. Worth mentioning that every tree you see in Regina was planted by somebody. There might have been a few willows along the creek before people started planting trees, but I wouldn't even bet on that from the pictures. Very nice condo building over there. Very nice. Well cleared here. A little slippery, but not too bad. We're in South Wascana Center at this point. We're in Wascana Center, but it's not quite up to the lake yet. And you can see downtown where I'm headed in the distance. In the distance. From a distance, I guess. It's the actual song. Ooh, it is actually quite slippery. Be careful I don't overextend my step. At least it's level. Scotia Wealth Management. I've been in there. It used to have that building, used to have the Saskatchewan archives in it. I was in there a few times when I was researching books. They've now moved to the former CBC building, which I think we'll go by on this walk, either front or back of it. Or we'll come close. I'll probably skirt around the lake, get onto Scarth Street, is probably what I'll do. Or not, I don't know yet. That's a seniors assisted living building. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's definitely the one that the archives ran. That's not the building I've been in. Since then, it's this building that says TD on it I've been in recently-ish. Across the tree farm. Well, the guy walking in front of me, I'm not catching him, so he's keeping up a good pace. Next intersection will take us over to the lake. I guess the question is, do I go that way or do I just keep going down Wascana here? Wascana Boulevard. No, Wascana Parkway, sorry. Wascana Parkway. I'll decide at the intersection up here. I can't tell how well my battery is doing. So again, if I suddenly go off, it's because the battery died in the cold. This particular version of the iPhone is not handling the cold well. So I keep mentioning 2 years ago, I walked around the lake at minus 34 one morning, and the iPhone made it all the way around. This one, no way. I'd probably get half that if I was lucky, even fully charged. I looked at a power pack for it, but unfortunately they're so thick, I don't think it would work in the gimbal. So I'll just walk as long as it lasts, and if I suddenly go dark, you'll know what happened. See how long it has taken me to get to this intersection. That'll give me a better idea of the total length of the walk. That's the Center of the Arts over there, Connexus Arts Center. Kind of our main performing arts theater space where the big shows come. I was just talking to you. Okay, hopefully I catch this light. I guess this is officially where Wascana Center begins. And we cut the light, so that's good. Okay, do I keep going up Wascana Parkway? Do I go down by the lake? Tough one. I walk down there more often than I walk up here, so maybe I'll stick to the parkway here. So how long was it to there? 22 minutes. Should be under an hour to downtown then. So basically a 25-minute walk from the university to the lake here. I mean, that part of the lake is actually, the university's right on it. Call this the lake, but really it carries on over on that side. This looks really nasty and icy. I'm slowing down here a bit. I guess it's just a thin layer of snow, but the trouble is you can't always see the ice that's under the snow, so I have to be careful. And here, you can tell it's ice. And then it turns to packed snow, which is actually safer. We'll go over this bridge here. For some reason, there's an awkward pile of snow right there. I see, they don't bother clearing this path very well. So, to be careful here too. When you get to the bridge, it's cleared again. But they don't bother with this part of the sidewalk for some reason. Whoever they are. I don't know if it'd be the city or the Wascana Center Authority. Okay, but the bridge is okay. Could be better, but it's okay. So, there's the lake. Wascana Lake. With the legislative building there in the distance, and this little footbridge. The creek flows under this bridge, and then the lake continues over there. Saskatchewan Science Center, where I used to work, what brought me to Regina, is over there. Also where the IMAX theater is. I hope my battery on my microphone is lasting and I haven't gone dead. If you can't hear me, tell me. Why don't they clear the sidewalk along here, one wonders. I wouldn't have come this way if I'd known it was going to be completely uncleared. And once you get over this awkward pile of snow, it's cleared on the other side. Weird. And slippery. So, based on this, I'd be better off walking by the lake than up here. This is quite slippery. I will endeavor to remain upright. Whoa. As I was saying, a slight slip there. Icy slips, sink hips, or something like that. I think I might go down here now because it actually curves out of my way, so it's probably shorter to go down this way. And also, I think the path's going to be less slippery. Or I could do that at the intersection, I guess. Yeah. I'll make it this last bit, and then I will go down there, I think. Oh, good. Thank you. I've done entire walks where I was talking to myself and I thought I was talking to viewers. The Arctic 3D. At the IMAX at the moment. So they also show theatrical movies like Moana 2 was there, I think. I remember seeing Jurassic Park there in a re-release. And Interstellar. Yep. Yep was quite powerful on the IMAX screen. I'm shuffling now because this is so slippery. I don't know if it's any better going that way, but at least it's a bit more in the direction I want to go. So we'll go this way now. Seems a little less slippery. I'm carrying my computer too, which weighs a ton, so getting extra workout here on this walk. I don't usually carry my computer on the longer walks. Of course, I'll still have to walk home from downtown later. Which is about a 20-minute walk. So this will make up for not walking for the last few days. I hope. There's a gym I'm going to go check out tomorrow. Back before I started doing this, I was going to the Y, downtown Y. It's closed now. Well, it's turning into something else. And I had a personal trainer, and I discovered I kind of need that to motivate me to go. It's like I have to meet somebody there, and I'm paying for it. So I'm checking out this gym that's quite close to our house. And I might try to resume some weight training. This kind of takes care of my... I'm not looking for cardio. I don't think that's even a good idea with my particular heart situation. But weight training would be good. Again. Firm up those old muscles. Keep those bones strong. All that kind of stuff. Hopefully lose some weight. Not much. 40 pounds would be good. About 40 pounds is what I'd like to lose. I've done it before, but then I didn't keep it off. So it's always a challenge. Haven't gone the Ozempic route yet, but I certainly know people who have with great success. So I sometimes think about it. It's expensive though. So is a gym membership. You probably want both. Lose weight and build muscle mass. Now, this is fairly slippery too, but maybe a little better than the path along the road was. This is Wascana Place. Usually I walk down there when I come along here, closer to the lake. This is called Trafalgar Overlook because it overlooks Trafalgar Fountain and then straight onto the legislative building there. So how far to here now? Half an hour to here from where I started. It shouldn't be a half hour the rest of the way downtown, I don't think. Might be. But I think it'll be about 50 minutes by the time it's all done. 55, but not quite a full hour. So far, at least, the battery remains alive, but I can't get any read on it while I'm watching the video. So, and of course, the screen eats up battery too. If I dim it down, I can't see anything on the screen. Don't know exactly what I'm showing, and I can't see any comments. So, we'll see if it manages to get me all the way to downtown or not. Absolutely still, so if there was wind blowing, I'd probably have to cover my face, but I haven't had to, which is nice. Always the lake to my left. It'll be solid ice now until May, potentially. HMCS Queen over there, the landlocked ship. My house is right over there on the other side of the lake. I'm not headed there right now. Willow Island, where they set off the Canada Day fireworks. I've got frost on front of my toque, I can tell when I shove it up my head. Flakes off. My breath freezing on it. You can tell I'm working hard enough to be breathing a little faster. We're burning off some calories here. And you burn off more calories when you exercise in the cold too. Willow Island over there again. Getting close to the north shore of the lake. Oh. I will go up north along the parking lot, I think, there. Heading towards Scarth Street. Computer bag's really starting to drag on me. It's making my back ache a little bit. Can't do anything about it. Well, I guess I could switch it to the other side. If I do that, that'll just be weird. I'll live with it. Maybe I can take some weight off of it with my other arm here. Anyway, not too much farther. I'll be fine. It's just a flesh wound. One thing you find out when you get older, like me, is the random aches and pains that pop up. Sometimes without any apparent cause. In this case, I know what the cause is, but sometimes something just starts hurting and you have no idea why. Nice overlook here, which I won't go up onto because it's not cleared. Okay. Which way should I go? Down by the lake? Or along here? I'll go this way. It's not much different, but it takes me around the parking lot a bit at least. Okay, I'm going to have to switch my computer to the other side, so hold on one second. I'll try not to drop anything. Okay, let's try that on that side and see if that makes it better or worse. It's awkward because my elbow bangs into it if I hold it right the way I usually do, but it changes the weight distribution. Oh, that seems to be feeling a little better, so for the moment. Next time I have a really long walk to do, I make sure not to carry my computer bag. It's not just the computer, it's got headphones and power packs and other things in it, so. Making sure the microphone was still there and I didn't inadvertently knock it off when I did that. I've done that before. There's a CBC over there. Back of it. We'll cross up here in a little ways, and then there's a walkway that takes us basically towards Scar Street, which I'll then take straight up to the Hotel Saskatchewan. My office away from office. So far, the battery's hanging on. There's nobody coming. I think I'm okay. This little bit of sidewalk's not cleared. Okay, on we go. CBC, where for 17 years, or thereabouts, longer actually, 17 years I went every week for a science column, and another 3 or 4 years I went occasionally for some special columns, and then they quit using me. Their loss. There never used to be a proper path here, but everybody walked this way, so eventually they just gave in and put one in. Saskatchewan Archives that I was talking about earlier now and there. And of course it connects to the soundstage where movies and such like are shot. This is where Corner Gas was shot, except for what was shot out in the countryside. We just recently rewatched the whole thing, which was fun because I knew, especially the extras, the background people, and some of the bit parts, I knew everybody. And I even show up, only from the back, in the final episode, in a bar scene. You get a glimpse of me drinking a beer, standing in front of a bulletin board, and then later on, wearing something different, I'm standing at the bar talking to the bartender. Only my back is seen. I recognized it though. Actually, I'll go straight up here, then I can cross at the pedestrian crosswalk light on College. How far to here? 40 minutes. Well, we shouldn't be more than 15 from where I'm going, so yeah, about 50 to 55 minutes. That used to be part of the university. When I first moved here, the theater department was in there. Then they stripped out the inside, left the facade, and it's where Creative Saskatchewan, where I get some grant money from for publishing, is, and Sask Books, the Publishers Association that I'm vice president of, their offices are in there. So I was just there yesterday, or the day before, dropping off books. Oh, I think it was yesterday, because what is this? Is Tuesday? Yes, it was definitely yesterday. I was thinking this was Wednesday. Yes, yesterday I was there dropping off books. Last two that I published in 2024 went to Sask Books because they have an online bookstore. And everything I published last year, a copy went to Creative Saskatchewan because they gave me grant money to help produce them. And so they want to see what it is their money went to. Understandable. It is taxpayer money. Philosophically, I'm not sure why taxpayers should pay me to do stuff like that, but practically, there would be no book production. Well, probably in Canada, pretty much, without government support of one sort or another. Okay, we can cross here because I can use the light. Will the battery last another 10 minutes? Inquiring minds want to know. We're about to find out. I did make 100% sure that the battery was 100% charged this morning, so hopefully it will hang in there. Okay, now we go by these condo buildings here. There's three of them. This is where Central Collegiate, Regina's oldest high school, which is no longer here, so I guess it's not the oldest anymore. It was. This condo building was built in 95, and then there's one on Scar Street where we have a condo where we lived when we were first married. It was built in 97, this one in 2001. They're very nice buildings and fit out the, what was a schoolyard very nicely. Possibly just a little weird for those who remember the high school. All right, we'll cut through here. That's our condo building there, where we lived when we were married. We're still married. When we were first married, that's where we lived. It has underground parking. This one, for whatever reason, has ground floor parking, which is certainly easier to get into for the cars. There's heating elements in our ramp, because otherwise it would be covered with ice like these sidewalks, and you'd never get a car out of there. And that has happened once or twice when the heater quit working, or there was freezing rain or something and it couldn't keep up, or really heavy snow. You can end up trapped in the underground parking where your car is. You're not personally. Now we'll see if we see our rabbits. Oh, there goes one. There's a whole bunch of them that live up here. And I usually see them when I walk this way. I'm walking slower with the drag of the computer bag on me. I'll be glad to finish this in about 10 minutes. There goes one. There's one under the tree over there. Often you'll see them just kind of hunkered down. There's one under that tree. Oh, there's 3 of them now, all in one shot. You don't want to scare them so much that they run in front of a car. They're usually very calm. I don't know why they're so lively this morning. Or afternoon, whatever it is. Here you can see them. No one's chasing you. Calm down. Now we go by Central Park. I always like to say we have a condo just off of Central Park and let people imagine that it's in Manhattan. But it's not. This is our Central Park. Considerably smaller than the New York version. It's called that because we're kind of in the center and it's a park. Funny that. Much like the one in New York. Oh, this is terrible along here too. The cleared sidewalks are actually way worse than the ones with packed snow on them. This is awful. I'll try the other side. This is dangerous. So Scar Street takes us right downtown. 3 more blocks and I will have reached my destination. Oh, what's this? There's a comment from somewhere. Oh, spam. I'm not setting up another stream account. So this is rougher and still slippery, but not as bad as that pure ice on the other side. At least not right along here. Maybe every bit as bad further up. Yeah, this is better than the other side for sure. I see a lot of people walking around. It's lunchtime, and I presume we're afternoon now. Yeah, 10 after. 10 after 12. Coming up on 50 minutes since I set out. My hair cutter, barber, that's what I'm looking for, is in the hotel as well. I might see about getting an appointment for later this week. It's getting pretty shaggy. Well, the other side, my left hip is now hurting, having moved the computer over to the right side, so it's funny that it's on the opposite side. I guess the weight is all on that shoulder, though, on the side where you're feeling the ache, or I'm feeling the ache. You probably aren't aching, unless you just ache. Watching me walk shouldn't make you ache. I think I'm going to switch it to the other side again, so hold on for a second. Make sure the microphone is still there. It is. 2 more blocks, block and a half. So yeah, about 55 minutes, not quite an hour. In the summertime, it'd be 5 to 10 minutes less, because I could stride along at a much faster pace. And the battery, I think, is going to make it. So, yay. As long as I don't fall down in the next block and a half, I'll make it too. Size Power building on our right. This old house, Haldane House, is a lawyer's office. Used to be the Morris Shumiacher's law office. A very famous Canadian lawyer. Blessed Sacrament Catholic Church there, this side of the Size Power building. Less than a block, or basically a block, no more. And whoever owns these parking lots never clears this bit of sidewalk. I don't know why the hotel doesn't feel responsible for clearing the sidewalk alongside their parking lot. They don't. So I presume it's the city's responsibility, or somebody's, but they don't. So it's always just a beaten down path along here. And there's a bylaw that's supposed to require snow clearing of sidewalks too. I don't know why it doesn't apply here. I should ask. I should complain to the city. See what they say. Oh, I'm going to undo my hood so I can cool off a little bit before I get inside. I was not the slightest bit cold on that walk. Quite toasty. There's the church. I've sung in there. We used to record, when I sang with University Chamber Singers, we recorded in there a couple of times. And there we are looking straight up Scarth Street to Old City Hall. Now where the, really it's the old post office. Just Globe Theatre is there now. And we will stop right about here with this nice view of the government building. And my final total here was 52 minutes. So, not even close to an hour. Not too close anyway. So, thanks for walking with me. I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow. Probably will because it'll be warm. We'll see. Might be a short one though. Bye for now.